that's really determined on a case-by-case basis, and there's no way to tell you, yes, you can do this, and you can't do that.
At public access, censorship is not an option, but maybe self-censorship is.
It just shouldn't be made. You know, instead of, them saying, no, it can't be played, just don't make it. You know what I mean? Just don't do it.
But they have every right to do it. Just like you have every right to turn it off. Amy Morrow, Point 6 News.
About 7 years ago, a group called Action...
All right, we're back. We didn't really get a chance to watch it here at the table. Everybody at the table has seen it. They're not real happy about it.
So we'll get a wide shot here. I've got Richard Carpenter on my right. You've already met Renee Kimball over here. We got Dawn over here with the red hair. You can't miss her. There she is. And we got Fred over here. You've all seen Fred on the Afar Show. And Bruce, he's new to this table, but
yes, I am.
we all know Bruce. So I've been talking a while. So that's Dawn. What did you think about that? You're fairly new in cable access compared to most of us at this table, but you've been very prolific, and you've been putting together a show, once every couple of weeks now for a while.
Yeah, actually, I've been involved with cable access since spring of 2001, and I don't really know what to think of this piece. I think it's very, very negative, and it just really shows us in a bad light, which is really unfair because one of the reasons why I came to cable access was to get my voice heard and to basically showcase new entertainment that really wouldn't get a break on local national television. And I don't know, I think it was very biased. They only painted one side, and they just didn't show the whole picture of what we all actually do here.
Now this Dawn Jasmine Higmans, who is also known as Alexandria Paris, is one of the main dissenters of Jim Spagg as a public access producer. A while back, when Portland Cable Access was celebrating their 20th anniversary, why, I wanted to celebrate with them, and I brought my video camera along, and at this time I didn't realize that this Dawn Jasmine Higgins, or whatever her name is, Alexandria Paris, had a deep instilled hatred of me, as a lot of people do. A lot of people don't like me, but they just keep it to themselves, which is good, right? I don't expect everybody to love me, and I know that there are more people who don't like me than there are who do. But this woman, as I say, I didn't realize that she had this pent-up hatred in me. When I went to this Portland Cable Access 20th anniversary celebration with my camcorder, I intended to help celebrate by making a show about the 20th anniversary of Portland Cable Access, and I thought that Alexandria Paris was a fellow family member of the public access family, and that we were all working together, and that we were friends. I didn't think she had any bad feelings about me. So I was using my little camera, and I did come a little close with her, but I assure you I had absolutely no harmful intent. In fact, I thought it was rather humorous, and I thought she would understand that. Well, in any case, she made a big deal out of it. She made a storm in a teacup, and it's just unfortunate. It's one thing that she didn't like that, but then she went around and spreading malicious, false rumors about me. And I don't know if any of you understand, but it's hard to take when people start accusing you of things that aren't even true. And how do you get a chance that when they hear it that you can try and tell them that it's not true? Well, this is unfortunate. In any case, surprise, surprise, she doesn't understand that the media would do a negative story about public access. And this is the unfortunate thing that all these people here talking are under, is that they think, that the media is their friend. It's not. Not the news, not the newspapers, even radio talk shows basically ignore public access. Let's see a little more of this.
Programming that has been 10 years old.
Yeah.
You're the cruise new channels now. The only one you'd see.
And what they showed mostly of was programming that has been 10 years old.
Yeah.
You're the cruise new channels now. The only one you'd see that is on there now would be the fellow with the blonde wig there, Jim.
Unfortunately, yes.
And the Cannabis Common Sense Show. There might have been a couple other ones. The majority of those programs are not only not local, but a lot of them are 10 years old.
Yeah, actually that program on COIN is the best possible argument for cable access that could ever happen.
Good point.
Because it was biased, It was one-sided. It didn't give you a fair or clear view of what was going on with the situation. It didn't give you current information, and it was done in a sarcastic and sardonic manner.
Exactly.
Excuse me, this is why we have cable access, folks.
That's why people decided they needed it.
And even with Jim Spagg. Jim Spagg, actually, Spagg. There's no Spagg? R? Okay, just Spagg. He is actually probably one of the greatest commercials for cable access, because I don't know how many people have said to me, the whole reason I'm in cable access is I saw one of Jim Spagg's programs and went, I can do better than that. And they came down here and started producing very good video.
You know, what she's saying is true. Now, you heard Jasmine Dawn Higgins Alexandria Paris say she's been in public access for, since 2001, and now it's 2002. Well, I've been in public access for about 15 years, you know? And why do I call myself Mr. Public Access? Well, it's because I'm behind public access. I think public access is a wonderful thing, and I hope you do too. Because you can't get anything more honest and more real than public access television. And while I understand that a lot of you people there don't have the time or the energy and maybe even the know-how to come down and become a producer of public access shows, I wouldn't expect that from you. But I do hope that you will be aware of what public access is, what a wonderful thing it is, and that you will try to find out what is on public access. Now, see, I had to say you got to try to find out. And why? Because the biggest problem that public access television has is that nobody publishes our schedules. The media won't publish our schedules. You know, the Oregonian, the news channels, they say they're local news. Public access is local news. And yet, surprise, surprise, they don't put our schedules in the paper or on television. It's because they don't like us. We're their competition. At least they could put Channel 11, which covers the whole metropolitan Portland area. But no, they don't want that. And you may hear later on where someone says that one of the things where they're checking out who's watching television, the Nielsen reporting, it turns out that public access was #2. Well, that's possible because there are a lot of people out there who realize that when you want to know what's really happening, when you want to see local television that's not biased by the commercials or the government, why, you watch public access television. And I'm Mr. Public Access because I love public access, and I want other people to know about public access, and I want other people to become involved one way or another in public access. Tell your friends about it. Check those channels. If you have a computer, go to pcatv.org and get the schedules, or you can go to my jimspagg.com website and you'll have schedules for my shows. Anyway, let's continue with this discussion here about public access television.
Even garbage has its purpose, I guess.
Me, garbage?
First of all, well...
But Richard, you purposely want to come to the table and talk about it.
They didn't even have a fair percentage of the different things. I mean, when you have just Spagg for, what was it, 75%? It almost seems like.
Fred's got a fantastic show. Bruce has got a great show. You've got a great show. And all of us have got great shows, but we weren't even showcased on there. You know, and that's what really makes me angry about this.
We weren't even showcased on there. She expects the media, she expects the news people, the newspapers, to showcase public access, to tell people what a wonderful thing we are? Why, my goodness.